Shalom Mashpaka. I'm coming to you today with a great, tremendous message of the name that has not been used and is not known by any today. I'm going to speak of Yahweh today. Yahweh means existence, the existent one. That is what the word Yahweh means. He is the Father, the giver of existence. He himself is on the throne and is the very name that we would call on and worship to. But there is a name that is lifted up above all else, of all things. Follow along to find out. And an angel of Yahweh, a malak, a representative, a messenger, a servant of Yahweh, appeared to Masha in the flame of fire in the midst of a bush, in the middle of a bush. Moving along, we see that Masha turned to the side to see the burning bush, to see this great sight. Going into verse 4, and it says, when Yahweh saw that he turned, Elohim, or conscious beings, called unto him consciously to him out of the middle of the bush. If we go back up to verse 2, it is a malak, an angel of Yahweh. Going to verse 6, and it was said that I'm thy conscious giving being of thy father and his fathers before him. And Yahweh says, which the Malakim, or the angel, speaking, representing the messenger of Yahweh, said, I have surely seen thy afflictions of thy people, which in Egypt, and have heard their cries by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And it says, I have come down to deliver them out of the hands of Mitzrayim, and to bring them up out of the land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. So, Mashpaka, I have explained that there is and it says, come now therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people, the children of Yasharal, out of Mitzrayim. And Masha said to Elohim, who am I that I should go unto the Pharaoh, and to that I should bring forth the children of Yasharal out of Mitzrayim? And it was said by he, certainly I will be with you. This will be the token to you that I have sent you. When you have brought forth the people out of Mitzrayim, you shall serve the Elohim upon this mountain. And Masha said unto the Elohim, consciously unto the Elohim, spoke consciously unto the Elohim, behold, I come unto the children of Yasharal, and shall say unto them, the Elohi of thy fathers or thy ancestors have sent unto you, or consciously to them all, and they shall say to me, what is the name? I shall say consciously to them, to their conscious beings. And Elohim said unto Masha, 𐤔𐤋𤅅𐤍, Ashar, 𐤔𐤋𤅅. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharal, 𝐤𝐋𤅅 have sent me unto you. And this means sent unto thy Elohim. The way that I would express this right now, Mashpaka, is that we do not directly call on the name. This is the name, Mashpaka, the one above all. We do not call on it. This is the name that was given unto us, given unto our Elohim. We as men call on Yahweh. Mankind would call on the name of Yahweh. We would worship unto Yahweh. All would be revealed as the appointed time is set for it to be shown. 𤤏𤒄𐤅 chapter 8 and verse 54 is where I will start. And Yahushua answered, if I exalt myself, my glory is nothing. It is my Father who glorifies me, of whom you say that he is our Theos. And the Greeks do not have the proper words in their language to even depict what is actually being said in the Iberit, because the words were not given, because the Greeks were as Gentiles and they themselves worshipped false gods. If you want to study the Greek and what it means when it speaks of Theos, go and look at the last letter of Theos, and it speaks of Theos in a different manner of speech. Reading on, it says, you have not known him, but I know him. If I said I don't know him, I would be like you, a liar. But I know him and keep his words. Your father, Abraham, rejoiced to see my day. He saw it and was glad. And Yahudim therefore said to him, you are not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham? And Yahushua said to them, most assuredly, I tell you, before Abraham came to exist, I exist, I am. This is a breakdown of what was said. I am now in 𤤏𤒄𐤅 chapter 1, verse 18. And it reads, no man, and this word means none. If you go into this word, it means no one. have seen 𐤔𐤋𐅅𐤍 at any time, the only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, which is 𝐤𐤋𤅅𐤍, 𐤔𐤌𝐤𝐷, hath declared Yahushua. None have seen. Go into the commandments. I am in Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. You will have no other Elohim above me that give you existence. If it is explained, it is basically saying no conscious beings that give your existence, your conscious existence, that are strange others, other strange Elohim above me. And if we go into verse 1 of the Ten Commandments, and spake Elohim, which are the conscious beings. So basically it is saying, you shall have no other strange Elohim that give you consciousness of the experience of existence, which is existence itself, the world, before me. I am in Revelations, or 𐤔𐤋𤅅𐤍, chapter 19, verse 4. And the 24 elders and the 4 living creatures fell down and worshipped Yahweh that sitteth on the throne, saying, Amen, Hallelujah. So we worship He who sits on the throne, which is Adonai Yahweh. Moving on to verse 10. And I fell down before His feet to worship Him. And He saith unto me, Seest thou do it not? I am a fellow servant with thee, with the brethren that hold the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. We do not worship Elohim or Malakim. We worship He that is on the throne, Adonai Yahweh Shar Tizbaut. To this verse, I'm going to show you. As I have taught about the word theos, there are different spellings of theos, and they mean a difference. This is the root word. This is the word that is used. Here is a breakdown of how it means. Now, I'm going to go over kind of an interpretation of the name Yahweh. If we go into the root of the name, of what is given, it means to be, to become, to exist, to happen. And the Yod at the beginning is like a hand with an arm giving it to you. So it's like when you pray and call to the name of Yahweh, you're basically praying to the being of giving existence to you from Elohim. That is the best way that I can interpret it at this point. 𤤔𤋅𤍍 is the name that is given that we would use for the Most High. We do not say the full name, and this is the root of 𐤏𤍋𐤅 has its own individual meaning of what it's for, and this is what is given for it. I will not interpret what it means. I'm in Bereshit, or Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Let's go into this verse. And Yahweh Elohim formed Adam of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And Adam became a living soul. So the very breath of Yahweh is in Adam. I am in Psalms chapter 150, the very last verse of the book of Psalms, verse 6. Let everything that hath breath praise Yahweh. Praise ye Yahweh. Let's go into this verse. We're in this verse. If we come down, it says Yah. Praise ye Yah. All things breathed and they praised the name Yah. I'm in Yoel chapter 2, scrolling down to verse 32. Let's go into this verse. 𐤔𐤋𐤅𐤍 call Ashar Yaquah Basham Yahweh. So all who shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. Let's go into Yakra. And it means to call aloud, to recite, to read, to cry out, to proclaim, to utter with a loud sound. One would have the very name of Yahweh on their breath and would cry out the name to be delivered. I will let you interpret that as what will be given to you at the appointed time that you are to receive the information. It has been given to me to say this now. None have called on the name of Yahweh correctly that are here today. It is important, Mashpaka, to come to Yahweh correctly. Come to the Father correctly. One must believe and worship in spirit. Hold the commands. Keep the commands, the law. Do not break the commands, Mashpaka. Once you have been immersed, once you have been baptized properly, be in Palal. Hands would be laid upon you, and the Ruach HaKodesh would be bestowed upon you, and you would call on the name of Yahweh. It would be on your very breath. That is the message that I have to give. That is all, Mashpaka. Ahaba'u Shalom.